As President Donald Trump recently stated in a national address, the F-47 isn't just another aircraft, it's a statement. A symbol of dominance, speed, and unmatched technological superiority. But what exactly is the F-47? And why is it being hailed as the most advanced sixth-generation fighter jet the world has ever seen? In this video, we're diving deep into the heart of America's next-gen air dominance program. From stealth upgrades to revolutionary AI-assisted combat capabilities, this is not just an evolution, it's a leap into the future of aerial warfare. Developed under the Next Generation Air Dominance (NGAD) program, the F-47 is built to outperform any current and future adversary. It is designed with adaptability in mind, modular systems, interchangeable payloads, and a Neuralink-style pilot interface that reacts almost as fast as thought itself. Unlike fifth-generation fighters like the F-22 Raptor or F-35 Lightning II, which still rely heavily on the pilot's input and traditional radar stealth balance, the F-47 uses a distributed lethality system. One of the most surprising things about the F-47 isn't just its capabilities, it's the name. For decades, the U.S. followed a predictable pattern in naming its fighter aircraft F-15, F-16, F-18. Then came the F-22 Raptor. After that, we jumped to the F-35 Lightning II. So, what happened to everything in between? And more importantly, how did we suddenly get to F-47? The answer lies in the secretive and segmented nature of U.S. defense development programs. Not every aircraft that receives an F designation becomes public knowledge. Many stay classified: prototypes, experimental drones, black-budget jets, they all count. It's believed that several interim designs, perhaps F-23 through F-44, were either canceled, remained prototypes, or were developed in secret as part of Black Ops. The F-47, therefore, doesn't necessarily mean it's the 47th fighter, it's simply the latest to come out of the shadows and into the spotlight. Some experts even argue that the jump in numbering is intentional, a psychological signal to rivals like China and Russia, saying, "We're not just a step ahead. We're generations ahead." Whether symbolic or procedural, the number 47 tells a story of hidden advancements, classified leaps, and a whole lot that we haven't been told yet. To understand just how flexible, and at times inconsistent, U.S. fighter designations can be, look no further than the F-117 Nighthawk. Despite the F in its name, the F-117 was not a traditional fighter jet. It had no air-to-air combat capabilities and was primarily designed for precision stealth bombing. So why was it labeled with an F? The answer lies in military culture and pilot psychology. By giving it a fighter designation, the Air Force made the aircraft more appealing to fighter pilots, who were less inclined to fly a bomber. Internally, the F-117 was often referred to by its development code, the Senior Trent Program, but publicly, it was branded as a stealth fighter to fit the narrative and boost morale. The number 117 also breaks from traditional sequencing. At the time, fighter numbers were in the 20s or 30s, but 117 was assigned to maintain secrecy, avoid detection in systems, and obscure its development history. In short, the F-117 proves that in the world of military aviation, names don't always follow logic, sometimes they follow strategy. Behind the mysterious codename Penumbra, a new chapter in air combat is being written. The F-47, developed under the U.S. Air Force's Next Generation Air Dominance (NGAD) program, is the most advanced and expensive manned fighter ever conceived, with a projected unit cost surpassing $300 million. But with that cost comes a platform unlike anything the world has seen before. The F-47 isn't just a fighter. It's an intelligent, modular, and networked weapons system, a flying command center with the agility of a jet and the brain of a supercomputer. Let's break down what makes the F-47 truly next-gen. 1. Stealth redefined. Unlike the F-22 and F-35, which rely on passive radar-absorbing coatings, the F-47 features adaptive stealth skin, an advanced material that can alter its radar reflectivity and thermal profile in real time. Think of it like a chameleon. When faced with different threats, the aircraft adjusts its signature to avoid detection. This new stealth isn't just about avoiding radar, it's about managing visibility across the entire electromagnetic spectrum. This includes radar, infrared, even visual detection. This gives it a strategic edge not only in dodging enemy systems, but in actively manipulating the enemy's perception of the battle space. 2. Propulsion and speed. At the heart of the F-47 lies a variable cycle engine, a revolutionary power plant that adapts to altitude, speed, and mission profile. It can operate in fuel-efficient cruise mode and instantly switch to high-thrust combat mode. With this engine, the F-47 can sustain speeds well above Mach 2, putting it near hypersonic range. And thanks to its long-range fuel configuration, it can fly over 3,000 kilometers without refueling. That's nearly double the combat range of an F-22. Its range and speed make it a game-changer in the Pacific theater, where distance is often the biggest enemy. 3. AI integration. Perhaps the most groundbreaking feature of the F-47 is its AI co-pilot, not just an assistant, but a combat decision-maker. This AI scans, processes, and analyzes real-time battlefield data, prioritizing threats, suggesting tactics, and even engaging targets autonomously if needed. It also controls and coordinates a fleet of autonomous drones, called loyal wingmen, which fly in formation with the F-47, acting as decoys, scouts, or missile platforms. In essence, the F-47 becomes a flying brain, commanding a swarm of semi-autonomous assets faster than any human could manage. 4. Modular and multi-role. The F-47 isn't tied to a single mission type. Thanks to a modular payload bay, it can be rapidly reconfigured for air superiority, deep strike, electronic warfare, reconnaissance, suppression of enemy air defenses, SEAD. This flexibility eliminates the need for separate aircraft types. The F-47 can change roles between sorties and even during flight. 5. Comparison with F-22 and F-35. So how does it stack up against its predecessors? F-22 Raptor is unmatched in dogfighting, but it lacks deep networking, advanced AI, and has limited stealth at some angles. F-35 Lightning II excels in multi-role missions and stealth, but is slower, shorter ranged, and less agile. F-47 Penumbra surpasses both. Stealthier than the F-35. Faster and farther than the F-22. With smarter systems than either. It's not just a successor, it's a new category of war machine. 6. Strategic impact. The rise of the F-47 marks a shift not just in technology, but in global power dynamics. In simulations, a single F-47, supported by drones, can neutralize entire squadrons before being detected. This changes the balance in regions like the South China Sea and Eastern Europe, where first strike survivability is everything. The aircraft's ability to fuse data from satellites, AWACS, naval vessels, and ground units makes it a networked hub, connecting and commanding the entire theater of operations. Experts say it's not just a jet. It's the operating system of future warfare. Final thought. As rivals like China develop their own 6th-gen prototypes, the F-47 sends a clear message. The skies of tomorrow won't belong to those with the most jets, but to those with the smartest ones.